Everybody, ooh, I wanna know if you're feeling good. I wanna know. We're live, guys. We are live. Just got to pop some Xanax. Is that what the cool kids are popping these days to stay fresh for a stream? Just got to pop some. Just got to like, what is it like? It's heroin. It's different. Morning, guys. Good morning. What's up, yo, Pierre? First, baby. Let's go. Let's go, yo. What's up, the little raccoon? How you doing, man? Here's to us. Here's to us. Welcome, guys. How is your FIFA FC? How is your FC grind going? How is your FC grind going? 2 a.m., but we here, lol. Let's go, double A. You're struggling to hit D3. There is nothing wrong with struggling to hit D3. Because anybody that was in the Elite Division last year got put into D5, which means if you're already in D4 trying to get to D3, you're obviously a very strong player. You should be happy with that. Oh, Nakatani just made a clearance off the line. Let's go. So yeah, don't be displeased with that. Bad on the 10-hour trials of doing basics. Did pack Inform Rafi. GG's, you and me both. You and me both. Is keeper movement in the game? It is. It's been nerfed massively. What's up, Matt? Morning, early stream today. Yeah, do you know what? I've sat here. I'm on the Haaland account. I haven't been on this account for like 3 or 4 days, and I just like kind of scripted out. Not scripted. bad use of words. Kind of like scripted out what I need to do. To get like loads of packs to try and get some fodder for Haaland. And I want to basically couple up Otamendi, the League of Portugal foundations, the NWSL foundations with some league mastery. I want to do the Evo Arena, the Rush 70k points, and then all the side objectives. So I just need to build a team for it and start grinding some squad battles. You know, it's not going to be pretty, it's not going to be fun, but it's going to be done. Ben, thanks for the tier 1, brother. Much appreciated, man. And I Just Trick, thanks for the 7 months, man. Good morning to you. Do I know how to perform the new tactical foul? Yeah, R1 and X. Could be a tough one for today with no Raya. Neto is an accomplished goalkeeper. Isn't Neto a Champions League winner? Let's have a look at his accolades. He's won the Serie A twice, the Coppa Italia twice, the Super Coppa Italiana once. He was Champions League runner-up in 2016-2017 with Juventus. He's won the Coppa del Rey twice and an Olympic silver medal. So, well, he didn't win the Champions League, but it was in the final with Juve in 2016-2017. He is an accomplished goalkeeper. You just got your champs qualies done. 4-1 went better than I expected. Yeah, I think people think that champs qualies are going to be insanely hard. What I don't think people realize is if you were able to even go 5-4, let alone the last game, 5-4 last time around, which, let's be real, was easy, you can go 3-2 this time around. Like, all you have to do is a +1 form. Like, the people that are going to struggle the most to qualify for champs are going to be the people that took all 10 games to hit 4 wins in the first place. Anybody that could just get 5 or more wins last year will be absolutely fine. I don't know where this, like, a real, like, it was a real narrative from, like, people on social media, basically, kind of insinuating that going 3-2 to qualify for Weekend League is going to be significantly more challenging. And it's just not. Neto is good enough to beat Leicester. 100%. 100%. We've got Alex James, thanks for the 16 months, man. Hello, Nep. How's it going? It's nice to see you back for the new FC 25 game. Hell yeah, dude. Let's hope for a banger game cycle, but we hope, lol. I feel you, man. You know, I was sitting here looking and I'm like, damn, I don't even know what to do on the RTG. Like, I just don't know what to do. It's just too easy. Again, like, we're like, anyway, I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, it's just too easy. Oliver, thank you for the 19 months in a row, man. Or 19 months, should I say. 18 in a row. Love that. Ben gifting 2 subs. Thanks very much to Footwiz and Strats. And then Twitch. Oh, Ben gifting 5 subs. Damn. Wait, Twitch gifted 3 subs off of Ben gifting 5 subs? Let's go, Twitch. I know that there's like that sub gift thing that Twitch are like kind of matching up. So love to see that. Let's go. And then Reese D with the 10 months, man. Thank you very much. Ben, thanks for the 5 gifted, brother. I do appreciate that. Hello? Who's there? Yes, mate. Your iPad's on charge in the kitchen, buddy. Oh, look at you. Come here. Let me see you. Whoa, did you pick that shirt? I bet you did. You picked all of it.
Mommy just picked the trousers.
Did she? You look so smart. Put it there. Put it there. Did you brush your teeth yet? Oh, look at that. Spider-Man, hey?
But I didn't.
Yeah, you need to brush your teeth and wipe your face, okay? Because you've got a bit of mess around your chops, all right? Put it there, partner. Love you. Do you know what you should do? Do you know that fist that goes on a finger? Maybe you can put it on the end there. You know that like that thing that goes on a finger, but it's a fist. No, it's a fist. It's a little like rubber fist. And we put it on our finger yesterday. And I was like punching you, but with my finger, remember? Imagine it can go on there.
No, it can't.
It is, doesn't it fit?
Too big.
Is it? Oh, never mind. Thomas, thanks for the 2, brother. Morning, Nep. Love the start of the game cycle grind. You and me both, man. You and me both. Ben Am Gaming with the 78 months, bro. Thank you very much. That is very much appreciated. And Miguel Lul, thanks for the prime, man. Thanks for the prime. I appreciate. I didn't want to let you in. Then this is all that I got. For everything I dream of. Anyway, guys, welcome. Welcome to the dark side. Watching you since 2016. I appreciate your content, Nepo. You're a legend of the game. Thanks, man. I do appreciate it. Ollie Cook, thanks for the prime, mate. Right, let me just do a little recording, guys. Look at Oliver Hawkins and his positions. Oliver Hawkins. Am I right, guys? Oliver, what's he got? Striker and centre back or something? Yeah. There's quite a few like I know it's kind of not relevant to this point, but there's quite a few Chinese players and Korean players that have loads of wild positions because like what's happened a lot over the last sort of like 3 to 5 years is a lot of Brazilians and Europeans have gone to China and to like Korea, and so the best players in those leagues just used to play up front to score goals, right? But when like a Brazilian superstar would go there, those best players that were forwards would move backwards to still be in the team. And so you'd end up seeing like loads of, literally like Chinese players having like striker, left back and centre back. Because it's like they used to be the striker, then like Cecina went, and then all of a sudden they're now palmed down to left back just because they've got to play. I don't know why this guy's got centre back and striker, mind you, but it's going to make for some cracking Evos for him, isn't it? Still looks garb though, doesn't he? Watkins. I didn't want to let you in. Then this is all that I got. You're everything I dreamed of. Chris, thank you very much for the 6 months, man. You know Chippy Chips. I don't know if you're asking if I know Chippy Chips or if you're like, you know Chippy, like, I don't know what Chippy Chips is. Sorry, brother. Shuey, thanks for the 8 months, man. When does the shitters start? Well, we can't call it the shitters this year because it's not an acceptable name for it anymore. We have to call it the Crappers now. But I will be starting the Crappers account today. Cole Palmer reference. You have to fill me in. Says who? Says EA. When you try and put shitters into the team name, like we had it last year, it says it is not an acceptable word anymore. So we have to call it the Crappers. And that's all there is to it. Thoughts on Jota? I think it's a good card. I just think it's way too expensive. Game's gone, hasn't it? Hasn't it? It is done out here. It is done out here. Plus program goal. Share your progress towards plus program requirements with your community as a goal. Manage goal. Plus program goal on level 2, 300 points. Help me to reach plus level 2. Man, fair enough. Fair enough. Twitch trying to get those P's, you know what I'm saying? 21,000 enough for Elite 2. Mate, I'm actually gutted that I didn't take squad battles too seriously this week. But the amount of points required is way higher than I thought it was going to be. It's probably going to creep up to about 22,000, isn't it? I don't think I can get that on the Arsenal account. I think I'm going to be Elite 2 again this week. The road to the knockout upgrades look very hard to get. Like chips you get from a fish and chip shop are some chippy chips. Yeah. They are chips from the chippy, correct. I'm with you on that one. I appreciate what you're saying to me. All right. You have 28k and just Elite 1. You have 28k? Get a life, bro. Nep, I won £3,000 on a Dortmund PSG AC Milan ACCA from a £5 bet. GG's, mate. GG's. Now, you can go and play So Rare using exclamation mark So Rare. So you sign up with my code, get £50 market credits, and then we both win, don't we? That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Good old Sesingu on 95 points. I didn't want to let you in. I'm so confused. I've got ads. It says in chat I'm a non-sub. Yeah, I can't sub because it says I'm already subbed. Alagi. All right. Let me just do a little recording, guys, all right? So, guys, the full game is now out, and we are back on the Haaland account. I haven't actually been on here for about 3 days. I've been grinding the Arsenal Evo RTG. But with the road to the knockouts, Otamendi, some more foundations cards and some other objectives that I want to complete here, we're going to be building a squad to go and grind 10 squad battles games. And that squad is going to be... And that's where I show the squad, guys. Right, obviously on the video, it will just be there straight away, won't it? But not on the video. Like, you got to watch me actually build it, because that's like live versus like post, post edit. Do you know what I mean? How can I use your code for So Rare? Exclamation mark So Rare, mate. If you just sign up with the link that pops up, that populates, upon purchasing 5 cards of any scarcity at any value on the auction house or Insta Buy Market, you'll get £50 worth of market credits to help towards like your first proper. You know what I mean? Yeah, we get it. Yeah, you get it. I know, you're that kind of guy. Right. Haaland. Yes, Esinya's on 95 points. I really don't like the way the K-League scores Jules, though, because he's been fouled 3 times and has a tackle and got Jules for none of them. So he should have 4 more Jules. Right, so I need 3 Argentinians, but I need NWSL and Liga Portuguesa first. So let's go for the NWSL. Oh, lovely. If we've got any Argentinians here, it would help massively. We don't. So we're going to pop her in. Her in. We're going to pop Marta up front because I need to get them golazos, baby. You know what I'm saying? And done, 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 done. All right, that's the NWSL done. We need to do Liga Portugal. What's right next to it? No, that's Pro League. Lucky. Which we just have Ushnish and Pavlidis. Now, I kind of want first owned League of Portugal cards. Or, no, I might have already done the first own stuff. Don't worry about that. So I need a Liga Portuguesa goalkeeper. Done is incredible. Nothing like a Nepo stream at 2:30 in the morning. Hell yeah, dude. Jonathan. Jonathan. Love that. And then a Portuguese Liga left back. Sanusi. Let's go. And then I need 3 Argentinians. We'll pop Banini out there. Let's pop Enzo Fernandes. And Palacios in there. Nice. Dude. Game over. Daegu 1-1, guys. Tessin, you're on 95 points. Let's get. Going paintballing today after my B-day tomorrow. GG's, mate. Paintballing's a crack, isn't it? Paintballing's a good laugh. Yeah, we've got some nice players on this account already. Any recommendations on how to pack gold commons? What's the purpose of the gold commons? Is it to hit a certain particular player? Or is it just because you want to do like SPCs with it or whatever? Bentley, thank you very much for the 13 months, man. Much appreciated. He says, morning Nep, nice Saturday morning stream with a coffee. Hell yeah, dude. I've already had one coffee. You know what's crazy? Like, I don't like coffee, and I drink lots of coffee. I don't like the coffee that our coffee machine makes. I much prefer just like instant coffee for a particular club RTG. Then my best suggestion would honestly be the store pack that gives you like 50 commons. It's actually like reasonable value. Yeah, silver upgrades are good, but then where do you get the silvers from? Like I say, it's the same sort of situation in it. Worth watching Nwaneri, whacking Nwaneri into the Evo. I'll be Evoing Nwaneri eventually, but I'm kind of like half paranoid that we'll get like a really good bronze upgrade Evo, and I'd rather put him in that to like take him up to like a 75, 76, 77 in one fell swoop, rather than getting him up to like a 67 or a 68 and then being like, for crying out loud, like I can't put him into that Evo now. This squad is what we've built, guys. I've got 4 players from League of Portugal, 3 Argentinians, and 4 players from the NWSL. From this, I'm going to complete Otamendi, League of Portugal Foundations, NWSL Foundations, and 2 League Masteries for the NWSL and League of Portugal as well. To complete that, I've got to go and play 10 squad battles games, which is not going to be the most enjoyable thing. So we'll be back after that with loads of packs and loads of players. Are there women now in FIFA? There are women in FC 25. Wayne the Flame, thanks for the 12 months, man. I finally started packing some Arsenal players. I've now got Calafiori, Ben Moy, Zinsberger, the woman striker, the bronze woman striker, I can't remember her name. Havertz, Mikel Merino, Gabriel, Ben White, and Martin Odegaard. So I'm doing all right now. Do I reckon Nwaneri deserves to start today? I think that if we were otherwise full strength, I think he would start. But because we're having Neto in goal, even though Ben White's travelled, he's carrying an injury. Timber and Calafiori went off with like cramping and stuff in the last game. Mikel Merino's still out. Martin Odegaard's still out. Jesus is kind of coming back. Because we've got so many other injury woes, I don't think it's the kind of game that Nwaneri should start. I think I think he should have started this game if we had no other injury problems. Oh yeah, and Beth Mead as well, yeah. Crazy Frame, thanks for the prime, brother. All right, let's get into some squad batters. Squad battles is so boring, isn't it? No, Raya won't be starting today, no. Bit of semi-pro. Do an Evo at the same time. I will. I've got loads of stuff to do before I worry about an Evo. But yeah, you're right. I do need to. I just need something different. What do I need to do? I need to assist 5 goals. I need to score 10 with an Argentinian. I need to score 10 goals with an NWSL player, 5 of them being finesse shots. Banini, she had a really good card last year, didn't she, Banini? Right, here's done. That game's done. I need a hat-trick with Pavlidis. Arsenal have so many left-back injuries. We've got so many injuries just in general, like, but not like proper injuries. We've got so many like I don't know what. Like, let me go backwards a little bit, right? The start of last year, it seemed like loads of players started getting ACL injuries more than like ever before. And I don't know if that's true or if it's just one of those kind of like cognitive biases where it's like once you see one, you start seeing it everywhere, when in the reality it was already everywhere, you just didn't pay attention to it. I don't know if that's the case, but it just feels like players are getting way more bad injuries than ever before. And a lot of it comes down to just fatigue, general fatigue. Like the amount, like, and I get it, right? We had this discussion the other day. Like, these players get paid obscene amounts of money to put their body through this. But at the same time, it's like, they are just human beings, right? They might be like in the best physical shape compared to other people. Like, you know, just, oh, referee, get him off the field. They might just be, you know, in better physical shape, but they are just human beings, right? They have bodies like yours, like mine. And yet they're getting so many like ACL injuries and other like fiber or like muscle tear injuries. And it's from just playing way too many games. Way too many games. And for big clubs, even though their injuries are kind of more like easier to absorb because they have backup or whatever, there are other clubs that are just getting these like huge injuries and they just can't deal with them. They just can't deal with them, right? And so when it comes to like Arsenal's players right now, whatever you want to say or think about the players going down with cramp against City or whatever, whether that was legit or faux pas or whatever, we're getting so many like small fatigue injuries and we are 7 games into the season. Why? Like, but the truth of the matter is how many league games have we played so far? Is it 5 league games? Arsenal are 3-2, I think, aren't they? So we played 5 league games, a Champions League game, a cup game. That's already 7 games. And then a lot of our players have already played 2 international games. So they've already played 9 games. Exactly the same amount of games they played in the 70s, 80s and 90s. But it's just not. It's just not. Also, the intensity of the training, the intensity of the games in general, it wasn't what it is now. And it's not the same amount of games. For example, right? Who's in the Conference League from the Premier League this season? Chelsea. Right. So Chelsea in the 70s, 80s and 90s, if they finished in the same position as they did last season, wouldn't have any European football. That's it. They just wouldn't. Because there wasn't an extra European competition for effectively for money. There is no need to have a 3rd tier European competition. No need whatsoever.
Good work to regain possession. Waited beautifully. Now this has to be.
Marta. Why not? Great for teams that are mid-level. Well, for the exact reason I'm explaining, right? Like, the amount of injuries that come from this massive like fixture congestion is just ludicrous.
Needs the composure now. And he's read that well to snuff out the danger.
You disagree with the 3rd tier league? So why not put a 4th tier league in and a 5th tier league? Why not have everybody apart from the teams that get relegated go into a European competition for the next year? Why not? Something to do in it.
Oh, they've lost it. The attack is over. And that'll do it. The end of the first 45 minutes here.
The FA Cup, the League Cup, the Premier League, all the same amount of games up until this season. Champions League had the same amount of games. SAF and Wenger never complained. Wenger always used to complain about the number of fixtures. Always. But also, as I say, right, it was different back then. The intensity of the games, the intensity of the training, it was all just different.
Some good work to win it there.
Yeah, Wenger literally was always moaning about congestion back then. Always. But again, like what we have now though is like this dumb Nations League. So dumb. Like there is just the new Champions League format. Just way too many games, man. Like as I'm saying, like you can disagree with me and that's fine. But my opinion is that there is too many games at too high of a level. And look at even the new Champions League format, right? I think it has more games over time now. If you get further in, right, I think you end up playing more games over time. But you play more challenging games. Like, and I get it from a commercial perspective, right? They want to maximize the money. They don't want Arsenal playing 2 deadbeat teams in the group stages. You know, that 6th game where you're already like first place in that little 4-man division, tied up in the group stage, tied up. So they go and put the minnows out. That's not exciting, is it? That's not exciting. That doesn't bring in the money. That doesn't bring in the revenue. That's not pretty. It's not sexy. So hey, let's make it so that you play massive teams all the time. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. But all of a sudden now, it's like there's no room anymore to rest players. There's no more room anymore to rotate, to give players opportunities, because every game is so significant. Because if you don't finish in that, what is it, top 8, I think. If you don't finish in that top 8, you've got 2 more games to play. Because you've now got to go through the qualifiers and play 2 more games that are really intense, because otherwise you miss out on the quarterfinal of the Champions League. And it's like, as I say, I get it from a commercial perspective. It will make money, it will please fans and stuff. But in terms of like what it does for any club, in any level of that international of those continental tournaments, like whether it be the Europa League, the Champions League, or the Conference League, it is a massive strain on top players for the teams, not top players in world football per se, which it is as well anyway. But it is a massive strain on top players in each team that is there.
You certainly shouldn't be missing ones like that.
I work construction 8 to 11 hours a day, 5 days a week. Our job is more body challenging than footballers. Why is no one talking about us? You're talking about you right now. Also, I hate when people just do this thing where they go out of their way to like minimize a problem because they also have a problem. Like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, the whole whataboutism is a bit crazy. You know, what about us? Yeah, like what about you? Like, so speak up for yourself then. Do something about it. If there's a problem in your sector, in your industry, do something about it. If no one's talking about your problem and your issue, begin. No one's stopping you.
What a chance here. It's in, and you did wonder when the advantage would take its toll.
Footballers have a more taxing job than construction easily. I think so as well, Kino. But it's very hard to argue with people that are stuck in a mindset of like football is easy. It's the same as like you get this like situation of like content creation as well. People think content creation is really easy, and so they never appreciate or accept when a content creator explains or expresses difficulties they might be going through, because all you do is playing a game, making a video. It's not that hard. Oh, okay, fair enough. Like there's genuinely no point even trying to debate or explain or express to people that have that mindset, because they're unwilling to acknowledge your side of the coin. Like it. What a win. What a win, guys. Let me tell you my... Did I do the lob goals and power shots? No, not yet. I do need to do some power shots. 25 I need altogether. They get paid incredible money to be fit, put their body through it, and to play games at the highest level. If you don't like it, play at a lower level or retire. Yep, that's the solution, man. The solution isn't to try and progress or improve a certain industry or sector. The solution is, if you don't like it, fuck off. Fair enough. Again, if that's your opinion, if that's like how you like to view the world, if you don't like the fact that they don't like it, stop watching football. Watch a different sport, right? Because that's essentially the argument you're making. I get kicked off for every match on my soft back. Yeah, you will be. If you've got PS5 version or Xbox X version or whatever, go and play on the PS4 version or the version down, because you won't get kicked off of there, and then just give yourself like a couple of hours or whatever to not play the games.
Sue, what are your expectations from this?
Thanks, Guy. Well, being in and around the ground before kick-off, the fans are buzzing. They can't wait for this game, so hopefully it's a fast-paced, entertaining match.
Now, this has to be.
My issue with players is they need to take it up with their clubs. It's their clubs who are entering all the competitions. Not quite how it works.
Here it comes. Only half the job done there.
But, you know, we're definitely in a world where we are seeing more players, more managers, more pundits, more media than ever before talking about how there are too many games per season, especially at like an intense level, that are ruining people's careers and whatnot. And yet we'll do nothing about it. I don't know. For me, I think there needs to be something put in place before there will be a tipping point. What I'm getting to is there will be a tipping point where players will be getting long-term injuries from very young ages, and it will have a detrimental impact on football as a whole, in spite of the fact that it isn't yet.
And it's on now. And there's her second of the match, leading the way for the team. So it's 3-0 as the ball gets rolling again.
Yeah, but money always wins, so that won't change anything. But money won't be winning anything if people aren't showing up to watch the games, because all the star players are injured for 9 months with ACL tears, right?
Rodri. Jamal Musiala. Rodri.
The AI starting to play decent. Come on now, go away. Enzo. I missed your sub. Sorry, Magpie Man. Thank you very much for the 2 months, brother. Captain Haggis, thanks for the 33 months, man. James, thanks for the 15 months, bro. Guilherme, thanks for the 8 months, man. And James Oxley, thanks for the 12 months, bro. Did 60-star moments pack Declan Rice. GG's, mate. GG's. He's one that I really want to get into my team for sure. Hey, how's AI doing this? Every club has injuries. Yeah, listen. I don't know where the conversation has come to or gone in the chat. I'm not disputing that other jobs are also hard, or that other teams also have injuries, or that footballers don't earn a lot of money. They do earn a lot of money, and they understand the risks that come with the role that they have to play. But just because those things are all true, it also doesn't mean it's okay that they get run into the ground at a physical level, right? All of those things can exist whilst it also being blindly obvious that they just play too many games every year.
Looking ball. What can they do from here? And there's the hat-trick. She'll be taking the match ball home. And the game restarts with this as good a first-half performance as you're likely to see.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm going to have to check the objectives after this. I don't know how many goals I've scored or haven't scored or whatever. Henry!
He's given it. Penalty.
There's been less injuries per year for a few years now. Where's that data from, Lucky?
A challenge like that, it's always going to be a yellow. The ref does well there.
And it's in. A show of composure from 12 yards out.
Give me 300k a week and I will take a pulled hammy every other month. I mean, you say that now, right? Until it becomes normalized for you. And again, I understand this perspective of thinking that you would sacrifice fitness, health, lifestyle for money. And you would initially. But eventually, once that becomes normalized to you, maybe after 3 months, 6 months, a year,
Another goal.
you'll all of a sudden start thinking to yourself, this just isn't worth it. This just isn't worth my time. This isn't worth my life.
Behind. Can he finish? A goal? Well, that's upset the majority inside this ground.
Some people say the 4G pitches are blamed. They don't have the same give. So my son, granted he plays for an under-7s team, but my son plays on a 4G pitch. And yeah, it's hard. It's harsh.
45 minutes to a close.
You can't have a conversation on a topic as a whole without someone being tribal over their club. We're talking about the state of football as a whole, and people want to disregard it with my club have loads of injuries and no one cared to get on with it. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? I tore my ACL on a 4G.
The ball is rolling and the second half is
It's not up to the managers to protect their staff. To protect the players. It is, but also the managers, the manager's job is to win games for the football club. You know, imagine in a world, and let's say, for example, Arsenal win the Premier League this season, right? Let's just say they win the Premier League. Let's say in a different world, they didn't win the Premier League because Arteta rested Saka for 3 games, where we ended up dropping points and it cost us a title. It's those things where as a manager, he's got to take the advice of the medical staff and the medical team to say, like, is Saka fit to play the game? Yeah, he is. Okay, fair enough.
Barella. And Celestial have it back. Rodri.
Winner mentality. Mourinho and Conte are literally known for shaming people into playing with injuries. I can't remember when it was or who it was,
Oh, and Celestial
but
have lost.
I remember some years ago. It was a Champions League game, not Arsenal, but a Champions League game many years ago. And I remember the commentator saying, "Oh, he's going to have another injection at half time." And I can't remember who it was now off the top of my head, but the player was getting like steroid injections in their feet during the game so that they could continue playing. That is fucked up. I don't care who you support, what you want out of football players or whatever. That is fucked up. The fact that you getting steroid injections in your feet to allow you to play the game, rest that motherfucker. Let that guy have a day off.
Switched on and ready to intercept there.
It happens in all sports, does it? It's mind-blowing, isn't it? And it's all in the pursuit of money, man.
And the defence tidies up
Ibra played like that for 6 months for Milan to win a title. It's just mind-blowing. It's just mind-blowing, isn't it?
Struggling to keep the ball there. And the forward progress continues with a good ball.
Lautaro played the whole World Cup with injections. Arturo Vidal did. Oh, well, there you go. I mean, I was thinking of one specific incident, and you guys are rattling off loads of occasions where players do this. For me, for somebody who's not in the sport, though, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I kind of, like, gave up on my footballing career at, like, 15, 16 years old. But maybe in the sport, it's just, like, common nature, and people just don't think twice about it. And it just happens all the time. But for somebody that's, like, a viewer, a spectator of the sport, it blows my mind. It blows my mind that players would happily take any kind of injection to play the game rather than, like, get healthy
Nobody wants to keep it.
or be rested.
Barella. Now Bellingham. There's a chance for the breakaway here. Bellingham. Oh, they looked in there. That's nicely cut out. Oh, good ball in behind.
I can understand it, like, potentially for, like, one game, right? Like, you know, like somebody said in the chat there about, like, a World Cup or whatever. If it's the World Cup final and I've got the opportunity to play in the World Cup final and my feet are a bit sore and aching and I've got a little twinge in my ankle and stuff, but an injection will see me through it, give it to me all day, every day. But when you're saying things like Ibra was taking injections for 6 months to play for Milan, is that not absurd? 6 months of injections to play for them.
Off the visitors.
Well, it was a very short performance, wasn't it? Particularly...
You shall not score.
just unstoppable today.
It's mad, but could argue it won them the league. Yeah, very much so. Very much so. We got Zach Morris, thanks for the 13 months, man. And Nicky B, thanks for the 19 months, brother. That is very much appreciated, guys. Right, let me see which objectives I did complete. 4 or 5 players using a La Liga player. Maybe I need to get a La Liga player in. 3 Spanish players. Win 1 with Liga F players and play 3 rush. Right, road to the knockouts. We've got the setup specialist. Score 10 goals. I need to score 10 goals with Argentines. And for the Millstones, I need to just play and win with the NWSL. And I need to play and win with the Liga Portuguesa with 2 more there. So outside of that, I can start focusing a little bit on on assists and on assists and whatnot. That's what some in the chat don't understand. Footballers don't want to pull a sickie, sit at home and collect the wages. They want to play football. Yeah. Upgrade team. What's up, Bates and Pal? Mate, my team needs an upgrade, man. I've only got like inform Rafinha, Erdegaard. Do you know what I mean? Like Pele and Ronaldo. Like, do you know what I mean? I need it. I need an upgrade. But seriously, could you please upgrade my team? I would just like it. I think for a road to glory, it would just be fun, wouldn't it? It'd just be fun. It would just like people be like, oh my gosh, if I watch Bateson's content, this could be me too. Do you know what I mean? And I'm about that life. It's good for both of us, Bates. I get a kick up on the RTG. You get people watching more of your content. It's a win for everyone. What am I doing? 4 battles, that's what I'm doing. 8 more to go. Have I done all the games now? I have. Nice. Skinny Bates. Matt, isn't Bates doing insane with his weight loss? Like, you genuinely look phenomenal, Bateson. Like, you've done an incredible job. I don't know if you knew this, right? But there is always equilibrium in the world. So for every pound you're losing, I'm taking it on. All right, I'm popping on all of the pounds that you're taking off. You play career mode to get the XP. Yeah, buddy. What is it AI doing? This is semi-pro, mate. I need some goals with Pavlidis.
Just needs the composure now. And we haven't had to wait long for the opening goal. It's 1-0. 1-0.
I'm hammering as well. I had a hernia operation last month, so I've not been allowed to do anything. I'm just about now. Well, I shouldn't until next week, says the doctor. But I've just about now been allowed to start like light exercise again, like walking and stuff.
No wonder they're celebrating. Incredible.
But I'm not allowed to do anything that causes strain for another like week and a half. And it's been killer because I was in a really, really good routine with walking with weight vest on, and I was shredding weight, man. And now I'm just fucking fat alcoholic that plays video games all day. Oh, my dream! I've actually achieved that. I've achieved my final form, guys. What disc did I herniate? It was a umbilical hernia. I think it's umbilical, but I'm pretty sure it's umbilical. And the guy was just talking weird, but not a herniated disc. I think I'd be out for months if it was a herniated disc. Like the rest of us, yeah. I am one of you.
And there's her second of the match. Leading the
What weighted vest do I use? I'll get it. Hold on.
3-0 now. The lead
If I pop a hernia fucking picking it up though, guys, I tell you what. I want 1,000 gifted subs to make up for the pain, alright? If. Only if.
What a chance here. And another goal. Surely
What's my go-to soda?
Dr.
Pepper.
So back underway, 4-0 now, and you wonder if there's to be further punishment.
I do need to score some goals with Argentinians. I need to score another goal with Pavlidis as well, though.
Beaten easily here.
Thanks, it.
And this is turning into
Do I like Dr. Pepper Zero? Do you know what? Of all of the zero drinks that I've ever tried, Dr. Pepper is probably the best. Maybe Pepsi Max Cherry, maybe. But Dr. Pepper is right up there.
That's wasteful from Borough.
Get Palacios up the field. I was looking at maybe buying an icon for the RTG today, guys. And first of all, I was like quite surprised at how cheap they are.
And it's there. He's
Second of all,
away very nicely.
I was like, why am I doing it?
What a first half this
How am I getting on in draft? Yeah, really good. Really good. I've played 5 drafts now. I've only won 1, but I've got to the final 2 times and the semi-final 2 times. Whereas last year I couldn't get out of the first round, man. It was embarrassing.
And of course it's
But every single player I've lost to has been very good.
his hat-trick.
I lost to a competitive player in my first semi-final. I lost to a pro player in my first final.
Weighted beautifully.
I lost to just a really, really good player in the next final.
They've got another.
And then the draft that I did last time around, where I got to the semi-final, the guy I lost to, he was just insane. I feel like I'm generally quite good at this game, but maybe I'm just getting lucky. I don't know. Maybe my abuse of the LB speed boost is good for now, and will come apart eventually. I don't know. What about you, Bates?
Taken goal. And no wonder he's off celebrating.
You're just trash. I think a lot of people that got good at like it doesn't happen very often, but sometimes the gameplay changes so dramatically and so significantly that you need a full readjustment. And if you've played the game for a lot of years, it's really hard to like change your mindset of how you used to play. Now, I was quite good at FIFA 23, and FIFA 23 was all about the speed boost, the LB speed boost. And so FIFA 24, I really struggled to get to grips with the step over speed boost. I got it in the end, but I really struggled to get to grips with it. This year, because LB speed boost is good again, I just feel good at the game. I'm not saying I'm like competitive level or like pro player level or anything like that. No, like far from it. But I feel good at the game. You've not won any yet, Bates.
Ball moving again for the second 45. What sort of response will we see?
You thought you was good at FC 25 until you reached Division 2. But this is the thing, though, right? Division 2 right now is an insane level of FC. Because you got to remember, everybody that made it to the Elite Division started in Division 5. So if you've already got yourself up to Division 2, you are playing against pros and competitive players. That's it. You're not playing against any particular level of like casual player. How do you do the speed boost? So hold L1. So like here, let me just hold on. See my controller there? I'm holding L1 and you go into this little animation. Let go of L1 and press sprint. Hold L1, let go of L1 and press sprint. That's how you do the speed boost. The thing is, though, not everyone can do it. If you have technical, it's a big help. So, and then boom, into the speed boost. So hold L1 and then boom, into the speed boost. Not everyone can do it. As in, like, every human being can do it, but not every like player in the game is very good at it. Some of them just have really bad acceleration or really bad sprint speed. But also, I personally find that players that have technical are very, very good at it. And players that have rapid are very, very good at it. And also, and this is something that has been overlooked, like, remember a couple of years ago when they introduced Accelerate and everyone was going mad about lengthy because, you know, your lengthy defenders could, like, catch back up with attackers that had, like, really high pace. Any player that has explosive Accelerate is insane at the speed boost, like insane. And so like Lionel Messi, for example, even though he only has like 79 pace, because he's got technical, what's he got that I was like, I think he's got technical plus, hasn't he, for Messi? Yeah, technical plus, 86 acceleration and explosive Accelerate with that high agility and balance and the high dribbling as well. Messi over like 5 to 10 yards is basically the fastest player in the game. Like if you do LB speed boost with Lionel Messi, that first 5 to 10 yards is like, it is unstoppable. And there's a few players like it. Vinicius Jr. is one of them. Kylian Mbappe is one of them. And so if you come up against Messi, I'm like, God damn, man. Like the fact that I packed Messi yesterday on the RTG, so nice, because it's like now, with his high agility and his technical, I can do it at different angles and hit that space at different angles, and it is impossible to stop. It's easy to stop. If you're doing it here down the line, right, and you burst past a defender over that first 5 to 10 yards, they can get back at you because you've got loads of grass left. If, however, you do it here, like here with Messi, like you get that space and then you burst into that space, it's unstoppable. This is against the AI, it's not the same. But when you do it at the top of the box with a player that has all the like kind of ability to do it, that 10-yard boost or 5-yard boost that you get into the box, it just gives you a very free, very easy shot on goal.
And he'll take this on. Brilliant work by the man in goal. That's a top stop. Played into the box.
What's up, Mr. Blue Jay? How you doing, man?
Able to hold on to it at the second attempt.
Well, you can sense the relief. It's a
Jesus is good at it, is he? I think Jesus has got technical regular, hasn't he?
Working hard to win.
Jesus has got, yeah, technical, first touch, relentless as well, which is good. And he's explosive. And he's got 86 acceleration. So once you put Gabriel Jesus into the upgrades, and he gets 90 acceleration, 92 agility, 90 balance, 88 dribbling and 88 reactions, with 84 stam and relentless, yeah. I would give Jesus an engine every day of the week. 94 acceleration, explosive, with technical and all of these. Oh, man. And power shot plus. Yeah. Crazy. Had an interview yesterday to start a new job on Monday. Less than 2 weeks unemployed. Very happy to be back in work. GG's, brother. Well done. Well done.
Some good work to win it there.
EA will nerf this. The reason why I don't know if they will or not is because they did not touch step over speed boost last year. They didn't touch it once.
Good pass.
And that blew my mind. It blew my mind. They didn't fix corners last year. They still haven't fixed. 3 years in, They still haven't fixed the power shot volley. Stokes said it's getting patched.
And there's the final whistle.
Well, I'm going to be fucked then. I'm not going to be able to win the game.
That was a dominant performance. They just couldn't live with him from an attacking perspective.
Stokes said in their pro Discord, EA confirmed speed boost is getting nerfed. Next update. Fair enough.
Easy in the end.
Oh, yeah. Let me get the weighted vest for you guys. This bad boy. It is 15 kilos. It is bloody heavy. And when you're walking for an hour, 4 miles I go for in the hour with it, I am sweating my dick off by the time I get back. Got drink holders. It's got like a mobile phone holder, Marshall, I think. I don't know if it's got drink holders or not. Guys, I'm honestly just don't even want to play the game. Against squad battles, obviously. What have I got? 10,000 points. If I go and do those other ones and get 1,500 more, might finish gold 1. Yeah, Travellas are broken as well. Finesse shot is really strong as well. I just think the angle that you take the finesse shot from is different to what people are used to.
It's Destination Merseyside today. We're live at Anfield. I'm Guy Mowbray, joined by Sue Smith in the commentary position, and everything is set up nicely to give us a really good match. What are we
Different? Yeah, so the best angle for the... Yeah, I'll try and show it here again. The best angle for the finesse shot on like a finesse shot plus player, if I can get the ball off the AI, used to be this angle here. You'd hit the finesse from there. That was the best angle. This year, yeah, for me it'd be timber for power surge. This year, the best angle is not that kind of like 45-degree angle. This year instead, I think the angle is here, and more like more straight down, more kind of like perpendicular to the goal rather than like a 45-degree angle. It's not about the position you are in the field, it's about the angle that you're facing. So like, as I say, instead of facing at like, if you think about a clock, let's say you're shooting right to left, you think about a clock, instead of facing at like between 9:30, sort of like that, sort of like between 9 and 10, where you would last year, now I would face more between like 11 and 12 for the finesse shot to hit properly. So like again, this angle is where I think people would shoot finesse shot from last year.
Decent move looked to be building, but that's it for now.
Yeah, tire angle also works, like almost straight on. Like I've found that quite impactful as well. Like here, nope. I can't even get the bloody ball because it's Virgil van Dijk's ridiculous. Yeah, also like quite straight on seems to be really, really nice as well.
Well, she's someone who many have been talking about.
AI's been watching my streams. Thing is, if they nerf the speed boost, they 100% need to nerf attacking, nerf AI defending, second man press. Otherwise, it's going to be impossible to attack. I don't think it's as hard as people think it is. To attack, I just think it's different, and instead of people trying to learn new ways to score goals, they continually try what worked last year, and it doesn't work. You know, the amount of people that I've played against in like Division 4 that have that continue to try and do step over speed boost, in spite of the fact it's dead this year, is crazy. And it's like, yeah, the L1 speed boost might be getting nerfed, but also there's a couple of really nice things in the game right now. For example, chip through balls, I think, are very strong this year again. Very strong.
And cleared well away from goal.
So if you can set up like a tactic where you can hit the boom, set the run away, bosh, over the top. Use that big man, the chip through ball to the knockdown is going to be strong. Like, there's also some of the new skill moves are also really, really good. So you've got the... Oh, he doesn't have 4-star skill moves. You got this one. No, not this one. That one. That's really strong. And if you can learn the mechanic again to like hit it 2 ways, it's really good. And then the what is it? It's this one. That's really good as well to get a speed boost. It also like baits your opponent. I was using it the other day in draft, and it was just really, really nice. Also, this year again, to create space, the lateral heel-to-heel flick is very, very nice, which is this one. That's really good for changing the angle. But yeah, this one here, that is such a sick move. Yeah, fake shot with Trickster is also very, very good. You get a different animation in the Trickster fake shot this year. And that's what I mean, right? If you're just going to sit there and try to do everything that you did last year that worked and it doesn't work and then go, oh, no, game's shit. The genuine truth of the matter is you're just shit at the game because it's a different game and you haven't adapted. How do you do a body feint? So for 4-star skillers and 5-star skillers, hold the left trigger or L2, depending on what console you play on, and then do backwards and forwards relative to the direction that you're facing on the analog stick. Offside, I think, isn't he? Yeah. They shouldn't nerf the sprint boost. They should nerf the sprint speed boost. Not much, but it is ridiculous at the moment. Like if you can face up a defender and get near to them and hit the sprint boost, it is literally unstoppable, and that's not the way the game should be. Nothing in the game should be unstoppable. Everything should be like defendable or manageable or have a counter to it, and the speed boost just doesn't. The speed boost is just absolutely broken. Every skiller can do that feint. Oh yeah, look at that. And from that feint, I think you get a really nice speed boost out of it. It's not as strong as the step over speed boost from last year, and it's not as strong as the elbow speed boost, the speed boost from this year, but you definitely get a really nice speed boost out of it. You want all your champs qualifier games? GG's, brother. Well done. Damn it. The passing is awful. Press and defending AI is overpowered. I don't think the passing is awful. Again, I think people just don't understand how to pass the ball. Because last year, like for example, let me give you another example, right? Arshness doesn't have the greatest passing. Let me get one of my centre backs, right? Let me get the ball. Yeah, right. So for example, last year you would have the ball like this. You could pass to your other centre back like that, and it would connect well. This year you can't make that pass anymore because you're facing away from goal. You're facing away from the person you're playing the ball to, potentially on a weak foot with a player that has bad passing stats. Of course it's going to be a bad pass, but last year EA had it where it bailed people out, right? It bailed people out. EA would let that pass connect exactly how you wanted it to, and it just shouldn't have done because it's not realistic. It's not even not realistic. It's incredibly unrealistic. And I think what people need to realize, one of my greatest tips for anybody in this game is play the way you're facing. Learn how to pass the way your player is facing, and I promise you, you will become a better player. And the reason why you'll become a better player, obviously, like some people are just, you know, when I say a better player, again, I don't mean like pro level or anything. Like those pros, like, you know, I watch Stokes every morning quite a lot. You know, he's just insane, man. He's just built different. He's got insane like reactions. His dexterity is very good. You know, his decision making is just on a level better than like so many people, right? But for normal people that don't have that kind of like high level decision making or that like really, really good reactions and that composure under pressure, that just needs to kind of like find a way to be better outside of that, playing the way you're facing Learn how to like make sure that you've got a pass. So if I'm going here and somebody's pressing me, what can I do? I can turn around. Maybe you're going to lose the ball if you turn around. What can I do? So what you've got to like try and figure out is the best way to find ways to face to play the way you're facing. And I promise you, once you do that, you will just start winning way more games. Show me that you can beat a player one-on-one. I bet you can't. So for that reason, the speed boost has to stay. Like even like, well, okay. There was a tackle in there, but you can tackle with a speed boost as well. Like it's literally like that simple, man. There are other skill moves that you can use. And again, I'm not saying the speed boost has to go. I don't want the speed boost to go. I think it makes sense to be in the game. I just think it needs to not be as impactful and powerful as it is. There you go, beat that player 1v1. Do you know how to access duplicate storage? Yeah, go into your SBCs. Well, I'm going into an SBC and then press R1 or RB twice. Nope, if you can't play those passes, the AI presses heavy nerf, especially when players like Mbappe defend VVD. Well, if you can't play those passes, pass it back to the goalkeeper and clear it. If you've been pressed, like again, you got to learn the patterns that make sense for what's happening in the game. So if you've got the ball with like a defender and you've got your face to goal and you're getting pressed, I know like everybody wants to just keep the ball and score a goal from it, but sometimes you just got to clear the ball, man. Reset, try and win the ball back, and then attack. Sometimes if you're just in a position where you've been caught out and your opponent's like got you pinned in, you got to do what makes sense. And I'll tell you something that makes sense. Those RB square balls over, like out to the wings makes a whole bunch of bloody sense. For me, I have, Beth Mead set to wide mids. So if I'm in a position where I'm stuck, I literally just ping the ball to the right-hand side. Sometimes I win it and I've got a counter-attack. Sometimes I don't win it, but I can reset. And I'm not saying I'm like some perfect player or anything either. I'm losing my fair share of games and stuff. But I just think it's about learning the way the current game is rather than just complaining that it's not the same as it was last year, which is hilariously ironic from so many people because all people did last year was complain about how bad the game is. Now all they're doing this year is complaining about how it's not the same as it was last year. You can't have it all ways. You can't have it all ways. What have we done? Right, I need 6 more goals with an Argentine and 6 more wins with an Argentine. And then I need 2 wins and 6 games. And then 2 wins and 6 games. And then for the league mastery, I need 6 more games. And then I just need more for the finishing and stuff, the assists and whatnot. Just pain in it. It's just pain to play. I put my Rodman as a winger to have an outlet on those situations, and that's good, and that's genuinely why I sit here now and say to you guys, I think people are just misunderstanding this game massively. I think people are misinterpreting like FCIQ. The amount of people I see on social media saying FCIQ has like killed the game or whatever, and it's because what you're looking for is a quick fix. You're looking for a one-size-fits-all sort of solution, and that doesn't exist in this game. You've got to figure out a tactic that makes sense for the way you want to play and the way you want to defend. And if the way you want to play is like some real quick passing, set up a tactic and get players that work with that passing situation. No point trying to like play tiki-taka through the midfield with midfielders that have really bad passing stats and don't have tiki-taka. There's also, in my opinion, this year, absolutely no point copying a pro's tactic. I've always been like anti-copying tactics anyway, generally speaking. Even though I've used some myself here and there, I've always been anti it because you're not that person, and like unless you have the literal identical understanding of how you want to play the game compared to them, you're not going to get out of a tactic what they get out of a tactic. But in any sense, this year there is no point copying someone's tactic because unless you also copy the exact players that they have as well, because their players will be set up for the tactic. You know, if they've got a midfielder that's got box-to-box plus with really good passing and really good shooting, and they utilise that really, really well, and then you've got a midfielder that doesn't have box-to-box plus and you just has the regular version of it, and they have poor passing and like average shooting, but they're really fast with really good dribbling, you're just going to be shit compared to what they do. As I say, I think people just want to be able to like have that quick fix of like, oh, let me just use somebody else's tactic and not have to like focus on doing anything myself. And if you want that there's nothing wrong with that. Not everybody has the time or the like the kind of like mental capability to sit there and figure out a tactic. Not everyone cares. Some people just want to have a casual game, right? And that's fine. But what you've got to understand is you can't be the sort of person that wants to have a casual game and just play, you know, like not really have too much intensity in what you're doing. You can't be that person and also want to be in the top divisions with the top players and like get the top rewards. You can't. You literally just can't have both. It's impossible. What I would say though, if you are the sort of person that doesn't want to bother too much with like tactics or whatever, but really wants to play with a certain tactic, go and buy a manager that you know that has a good tactic. If you want to play like Man City, go and buy Pep Guardiola and then apply his tactic. And there you go. You now have your tactics already predetermined for you for Man City. Bro, don't defend this game. They are money suckers. Okay, first of all, I will defend what deserves defending and attack what deserves attacking. Second of all, 99.9% of everything you engage with in your life on a daily basis is there to suck money from you. So EA are no different in that regard. And third of all, why the fuck are you watching someone play a game that you don't obviously like and don't want the company to succeed for? Go and watch a different game. I don't know how many more goals I need with the Argentines. I think it was... Is it cool if I give you my tactics codes for you to try? After I can get through the mountain of playing this game to get content made for the next few days finished this weekend, I want to start a series, and I swear if any content creators... Oh, man, if anyone steals this, I'm coming. Somebody clip this shit. Somebody clip this shit. What day is it? 28th of the 9th at 11:28 a.m. Somebody clip this shit for me. If anyone fucking steals it, I swear to not like, you know, like what I'm about to say anyway is like really, really easy to think of and isn't like groundbreaking or anything. But because nobody's done it yet, I'm calling dibs on this shit. I want to do like a series where basically like the best team in FIFA. Do you guys remember the best team in FIFA? Where I used to like take people's teams and then tell them how to improve and stuff like that. Well, now I want to do like the tactics squad builder thing. I want to take other people's tactics, ranging from like low division players, and explain to them what's wrong with the tactic and how they can improve and so on and so forth, all the way up to like pro players where I could be like, okay, I'm going to use Stokes' tactic and see if it helps me. Inception tries tactics already. Man, how has he stolen that from me already, man? He heard me talk about it a few weeks ago. That's how. I knew it. I talked about it a few weeks ago, guys. I was going to do it. Didn't you tweet this already? I did tweet it already, Guillaume. Yeah, see, I tweeted it already. I can't believe Inception's stolen that one from me. That's crazy.
And the managers will now deliver their half-time team talks. We're at the end of 45 minutes in this game.
Been doing it for years though, bro. Yeah, I've been doing it literally since FIFA 11. Listen, guys, when it comes down to this whole, and I don't know why the community does this, and it's not the creators, it's the viewers, right? I don't know why people do this, but people want to have this kind of like this kind of like power over other content creators. Viewers want to have power over. Oh, but this other guy, he does this. He did it first. Yeah. Do you know what? Name me a single fucking content creator that is still active today doing Road to Glories that did them before me. I'll wait. I'll wait.
Well, they're sitting ever deeper.
I'll wait, guys. Tell me one. Does that mean I get free reign on Road to Glory? Should I go to every other Road to Glory channel and tell them to stop? Nick wasn't even making content before I was making Road to Glories. 89 Skills did not make a Road to Glory. 89 Skills was making content around the same time as me. I think I started a little bit before him. But there is not a single content creator out there right now that is still active in the FIFA scene that made Road to Glories before me. Japes, yeah, he's not active in the FIFA. Japes was after me as well. There's only a handful of creators in the first place that were around before me that are even still active. Matt HD Gamer, 89 Skills, or around not even before me at like sort of same time as me. Yeah, so the creators that did do it, Chris Trout, man, what a goat he is. Sam 5000, and then Basketball and Philpot. 2Sync didn't become 2Sync until a good few years after FIFA kind of started taking off, because before it was iDuel, which was Matt, and he used to edit like pod videos and FIFA videos, and then he started making content with his brother Chris, and they became 2Sync. That Minecraft world with Trout, Sam, Swede, and Beans was good. Yeah, that was some really good content back in the day, wasn't it? The point I'm trying to make though is like, and it came from somebody in the chat, not the person that said that's not what I meant. No, it wasn't you. It was some other comment that I read in the chat where a guy, like, someone's just giving grief about wanting to do the same thing as somebody else, and it's like, if we're gonna go down that route, I've been doing FIFA since before all of these guys. So can they just stop doing FIFA, please? Because I'm the guy that does FIFA. I'm the one. I'm that guy that does FIFA, guys. So if all these other guys doing FIFA could stop, that would be great. Yeah, Bateson, can you fuck off, mate, please? Because if you wasn't making content, I would get more views. Right? If Run the Foot Market Nick and Orzio could piss off, I would get more views. And did they not know that I was here first? I was here first. Did they not know that? You paved this. You did. Guys, you want to know a fun fact? A real fun fact. Bateson used to be my thumbnail guy. Can you believe that? Bateson used to make my thumbnails. Hi, guys. Mate, they were the days, Bates, weren't they? 90 quid a coin sponsor. Hell yeah. It was a simpler time, wasn't it? Another one of these collection books. That was still one of the greatest series ever that we just didn't do, did we? Who started that? I want to say us, but it might have been you first. I don't know. Wasn't it me, you, Fangs, Skills? Yeah, we stole it off of EA. Yeah, there was like 4 or 5 of us doing that collection book thing. Didn't last very long, mind you. How Freezy and Marshall was it? Love that. Love that. Missed the 4-way podcast thing. We only did 2 episodes of that. That was good. Mate, Toby, do you guys remember Tobias Gaming? So Tobias Gaming was a content creator. And then he actually came and worked for me for 3 years, doing like video editing and like kind of like the behind the scenes work. And then he moved on to a talent agency, and now he like manages me, Bates, a few others. I don't know if it's like public knowledge who he manages, so I'm not going to out everyone or whatever. But he manages a lot of like top talent now, and he's doing a great job at it as well. And the podcast that we did, me, Bates and Skills and Miniminter, and then a podcast that I did with Tobias, and we had a few guests on. We had Capgun Tom, AJ3, and one other, I think. Toby says to me all the time, I wish you carried on with like podcasts. He's like, what's really weird, right, is back in the day, my podcast would get like 100,000, 150,000 views, but my content was getting 300,000 views. So I looked at it like, oh my God, I don't want to keep uploading this shit because the FIFA stuff is getting like double or triple the views. Why would I want to upload a podcast for less views? It takes way longer to make, like costs money to make, takes longer to make, takes longer to edit, to pay like proper like filmographers and like sound guy and stuff. So I ended up just stopping it. Now that Toby's like doing what he's doing and he's a bit more in the podcast space, he's like, do you realize like 150,000 views on a podcast is like top podcast material, like, you know, you're like elite podcast level. And I'm like, wow, that's nice to know now, isn't it? Imagine if you just carried it on. Imagine. I don't know what I'll talk about though, because like there's only so much like FIFA/FC you can talk about in a podcast.
Well, it's the same system, so it's very much about the individual battles.
There's only so much. Do I play golf? No, I don't. I live really, really close to a golf course as well. Like literally, like I want to say 50 steps to 80 steps away from the golf course. But I had some golf lessons when I was 16, and otherwise I've never ever played golf since then. Par 3 away, closer than that, mate. Like honestly, like putting green away, that close. And yeah, I know. Like Andy's golf channel is doing really, really well. But like, I don't want to do something just because other people are doing it and it's succeeding. I want to do something because I want to do it. And I'm sure like playing golf will be the sort of thing that would be fun somewhere down the line. You know, making content on golf and it would be fun. Is your dad a member, RJ? I presume you know what golf course I'm talking about. Is your dad a member? Because to get into the golf course next to my house, you have to be like approved by 2 members. And I don't know anyone that's a member there. You'd love a So Rare podcast? Yeah, Josh and I are talking about a So Rare podcast with potentially Japes. Japes absolutely loves So Rare at the moment as well. And so I think there's room for a So Rare podcast, a regular one. He was, but now goes to Knighton Heath. You know that? I don't know. I never heard of that.
Now with Gomez. Possession lost by Prime.
So Rare's your addiction now, mate. I fucking love So Rare, and like I don't know why I love it. I don't know why I love it. I know why I love it in terms of like fantasy football and like the feeling of like winning and succeeding, and the correlation with football is there. But it's one of those hobbies that I put a lot of time into and a lot of money into. Quite like golf, actually. Like, you know, you got to spend quite a lot in golf, haven't you? But it's one of those hobbies where I've put like a lot of time and a lot of money into, and I don't really get much out of it. I do win like some stuff, but it always results in me just like pouring it back into the hobby. But it honestly like consumes my day. How much money have I put into So Rare? Like more than 6 figures. A lot. It's a lot. The squad battle's only 12 games now. Yes. Yeah, it's like Ultimate Team, but in real life. Exactly that. Yeah. I've put in lots of fun tokens into So Rare. Oh dear. would you go about getting an 88-33 chem squad for Ultimate Moments fresh RTG? I bought, like, I had packed already some players, and then I went and bought like all the 88 and 89 rated Spanish women. I bought Ter Stegen. I bought Erdegaard. I bought like a whole bunch of players.
Well, close. There's no doubt about that, but in the end, not quite close enough.
Tavi, thanks for the tier 1, brother. Jay Geno, thanks for the 16 months, man. And Gaza, thanks for the 3 months, bro. Ghost Puppy with the 31 and Namlock with the 7 months. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Yeah, keep all your loans as well, and leave 1 game on them just so that you can keep them on the bench for it.
He'll have a go here. He's kept it out. Fully stretched. Somehow reaching it. Now sending it in. Not all that convincing defensively.
Yeah, just overload your bench with loans for sure.
And with that, the first half.
Any formation I recommend for an average player? 4-4-2. It's really strong this year, the 4-4-2. How many points for Elite 1 this week? I reckon probably like 22,500 at most. I wouldn't expect it to go up much from where it is now, which is 21,500. So yeah, I'd say 22,500 at most.
Superb block.
My diet overall healthy? Oh, hell yeah. But yeah, like, funny when Bateson was here saying about it. Like, I was in a really, really good routine. So just to give a little bit of background, right? I've worked out on and off my whole life. And when I get addicted to it, I'm like fully on. And I get like what I would consider jacked. But when I'm off of it, I'm like fully off. And I get fat. And I like let all my muscle go, get my weight up, and not on purpose or anything, just like lazy. I get in bad routines. Like, I have really bad, let's say the term relationship with food. And so for me, I'm the sort of person that is like all in, all out. And if I'm going to work out, I'm going to work out every single day. I'm going to work out hard, and I'm going to make it count. But if I'm not working out every single day, and if I'm not all in, I am just by default all out. You know, I'm not the sort of person that can work out, oh, I've got some time on this day, let me work out. Nope, I'm like, oh, I'm not working out, so I'm just not working out. Since my kids are getting a bit older now, I don't know if the same for Bateson as well, like maybe he's had this sort of situation too, but since my kids are getting older now, you know, my daughter's 9, my sons are 6 and 4, they've all just started like school or gone to a new school. They now have after school classes. You know, there's a lot that comes with being a parent, and it's time consuming. The sort of time that I used to spend on working out, right? Now it's like that time is spent on my children, and then because my workload, self-inflicted, but because my workload is so heavy at the moment, I just don't have, I do have time to work out. I don't have the mental space to think about it. I'm so mentally drained, and the irony is I know that if I started working out, the mental side of things would improve as well. I know it would, because that's just the way it works, right? Like, you release all those positive endorphins. Like, it's a good antidepressant to work out. But because I'm in this like mindset, I've basically like since, and when would I say since probably like the start of 2023. I haven't worked out like more than maybe 20 times. You know, I have a few times where I start it up again and I give it a go, and like I try and train, and then something happens and I don't. About 4 months ago, I started walking, right? And it's because of Bateson. I saw Bateson walking, and it wasn't even really the weight loss that Bateson had that kind of incentivized and motivated me to walk. It was the way he was, his demeanor, his happiness, right? He just seemed happier, and he would talk a few times, and sometimes I see on his Instagram stories about how like just getting out was good for him, right? Regardless of like the weight loss or anything like that, it was just good for him. And I was like, I was in like a bit of a, you know, I've had a few tough years for some personal reasons. Some of you will know exactly what it's about if you've been on social media over the last 2 years, and some of you won't, and those of you that don't, it's not something I'm willing to talk about or ready to talk about right now. But it's been a really dark few years for me. And so I wanted to just start walking just to get out of my office, because I come into my office, right? My blinds are down. So I don't have natural sunlight. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I sit in an office where my blinds are open and I get like that natural light or anything. I'm just in a room with like fucking lighting for like 12 hours a day. And it is sad, man. It is sad. So I started walking because I saw Bateson was walking and it was doing just good things for him. So I started walking, and after like the first few weeks of like getting used to the feet hurting and all of the kind of like the things that came, like, you know, I'd take the kids to school, I'd get home at 9 o'clock after the school run, I'd walk for an hour, and by 10:15 I was fucking shattered after walking for like Lauren and, because my wife was walking with me and was taking the dog as well, and during those walks we'd go about 2.5 miles in an hour. I was fucking shattered. But after those 2 weeks, I was already seeing and feeling the benefits of walking. I was noticing the weight was falling off me, and I wasn't like walking to sweat or anything. It was a casual walk, and the weight was coming off me. And so I was like I just explained, right? I'm either all in or all out. So all of a sudden, I'm all in on walking now. So I said to Lauren, I said, if you want to walk with me, we're not bringing a dog anymore because he just slows us down. You know, he can take other walks or whatever. But I want to walk for the sake of actually walking. So I ended up walking by myself. And I started going from 2.5 miles in an hour to about 4 miles in an hour. And 4 miles in an hour gets a sweat on, like a big sweat on. And that was cool because, again, I was noticing the weight loss. I was noticing the health benefits, the mental health benefits that was coming from it. You know, even just like I really enjoy. I'm very comfortable with like talking to strangers and stuff, right? And I started. This woman was putting like some art in the back of her car as I walked past one of the houses, and I just like ended up talking to her for like 5 minutes about her. She was an artist. She was like quite old, like in her like late 60s or 70s, but she'd just kind of over the last sort of like 5-10 years had just started like painting, and it's something she'd always wanted to do but something she'd never done, and she just started doing it. And now there she was with like all these paintings in her car because she was going to her gallery day where she was like trying to sell her art. And I was like, man, that's incredible. Like, and it's like, it was just a really nice interaction with somebody that I otherwise would never have had if I didn't walk, right? And so I started walking a lot, and then I got the weighted vest that I just showed you guys on stream, and that's 15 kilos. And I carried on walking for 4 miles every day with a 15 kilo weighted vest on my back. And one of the reasons why I was walking instead of training as well is because I had a hernia. I could see it. I could see the hernia. The umbilical hernia was popping through and showing out. And walking is a really good thing for it, right? And so what I wanted to do, what the aim was to lose the weight and then get back into like training. Like I see Lauren sent me a video yesterday of me playing with my daughter when she was like a baby, like 6 months old or whatever. So, you know, we're talking like 9 years ago. And I was just in a shape where I'm like, damn, man, I would kill to look like that again. I would fucking kill to look like that. All I said to Lauren was like, I remember back then thinking that I looked shit back then, and yet now I'm like, fuck me, like I was in it. I didn't realize how like kind of like fit I was, effectively, like healthy I was. And so I had a hernia operation 4 weeks ago, and so I had to stop exercising. Like for the first for the first 3 weeks, it was like literally like, it was like don't do anything. Like, you know, very short walks, don't lift up anything heavy, don't, you know, just effectively like don't do anything. Now when I went to see him last week, it was all of a sudden it's like, okay, start introducing like light walks and like longer walks, start introducing like some cardio, but don't do anything that actually I have to strain to do. So if I have to strain to pick something up, I shouldn't pick it up, because I've got like, there's a risk of like obviously like rupturing the hernia and popping it through the stitch, or I think they actually burnt it. I think they sutured it or like burnt it like through. And so then in 2 more weeks, I can start picking up some heavier weights and get back into it properly. So I'm going to start walking again next week. But during this time, so this all stemmed from somebody asking, like, is my diet good? During this time, I haven't actually, like, put on much weight. Because generally speaking, like, my diet is really, really good. You know, we don't have takeaways very often, maybe once a week at most, sometimes once every 2 weeks. Lauren cooks a lot of, like, really, really good food for me. You know, it's salads, soups, stir fries, and just like fish, like just generally like really healthy food. Like, you know, 9 meals out of every 10 will be really, really healthy, and 1 meal out of 10 will be either just not really healthy or really unhealthy, which I think is a good balance, is a good mix. My problem over the last sort of like 3 or 4 weeks is I just started drinking a lot. Like when I finished, because my day now has changed. Like I'm getting up at 7 a.m. I'm doing 2 hours of like running the kids around. You know, it takes 2 hours to get up, get them dressed, get them ready for school, sort their breakfast out, sort their bags out, drive them to school, and then get back. That's 2 hours. That 2 hours knackers me. So the fact that I'm getting up at 7 a.m., then I come and like stream or work or whatever, and by the time it gets to 6 p.m. content, I am tired. I am like, and it's part of it's getting old. Another part of it is not exercising, but also a part of it is the fact that my day has been full of doing shit, and I'm just mentally drained. I'm tired. So after I do 6 p.m. content now, I used to do like 6 p.m. content, then I would work through until like 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Now it gets to like 7:30 at night, and I'm like, I'm ready to like retire for the evening. You know, I'm ready to get my slippers, my dressing gown, my pipe, and a book. Like that's where I'm at, man. And when it gets to that stage, I just go to the bar. Just go to the bar, not the pub bar, like the bar in the house. I just go to the bar. I'm like, all right, what will I have today? Oh, like little Jack and Dr. Pepper, nice. I'll have a beer. Like then Lauren will bring me like dinner, and dinner's nice, dinner's healthy. You know, like I said, it's like a fucking salad, a salad and fish. What that I wash down with a beer, and it's like I've got into a really bad habit of just drinking for the sake of drinking after evenings, after my evening's finished, instead of drinking for like leisure. Do you know what I mean? Like drinking for like you know, having like a if I went out with friends or whatever, or out for a meal, having a little like beer or glass of wine, that would be good. That would be fine, right? But I've started drinking as it almost part of like my daily routine, not to oblivion, not like drinking to get drunk. Like I don't get drunk very, very, very rarely, but even just having 1 or 2 or 3 drinks, the amount of calories in it is fucking absurd. It's absurd how many calories are in it. And it's like, I don't know where it came from. I don't know why it's there, but that's, yeah, exactly 600 to 800 calories. It's mad. It's mad. Oh, what a bang.
And this is turning into one magnificent and memorable match. Yet another goal.
If you're drinking moderately just to wind off, I think that's okay. It is okay. Like I say, 90 Day Fiance, right? I'm not like addicted to it. Well, I'm not like drinking. Like I say, I'm not like drinking myself into a stupor and then like waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning with alcohol on my breath, sort of thing. I'm just drinking a couple of drinks a night. The reason why I referenced it is less to do with the fact that I'm actually drinking and more to do with the fact that it's so many more calories that are just unnecessary. Because like I say, it's become like drinking for the sake of drinking, not for any other reason. Drinking because it became part of the routine, not for any other reason. And the calories that are going on from that are just crazy. As a chef, it's easy to fit into bad habits when it comes to drinking. We have a beer after a long day shift. I noticed an increase in weight despite drinking 4 litres of water a day. This is already my 3rd pint of water today. I haven't drunk much of it, mind you, yet, but this is already my 3rd pint of water today. That's called addiction. but like maybe you can call it addiction, but again, there's levels to it, right? For example, I drink a glass of water every morning when I get up. Does that mean I'm addicted to drinking water? It just doesn't, does it? Right? Like, it's more, yeah, it's more of habit than addiction. Addiction would be like drinking myself into a frenzy every single night. Like that's addicted to, like, that's alcohol addiction, which obviously was growing up in the pub industry for me. Like, seeing alcohol addiction was something that I saw very, very, very regularly. The amount of people that would come into the pub and would, as soon as work finished, 5:30, they'd be in the bar and they'd be there until 11 o'clock at night when the bar ended, fucked off their face, and you'd see them straight away again the next day, 5 o'clock again, there they were again.
The best of clearances. It was looking good, but not all the way through. And unable to retain.
Addiction is where there's reliance and withdrawal from not having it. Yeah, so if you want to use that like definition, there's no addiction here. Like I said, I think the best way to describe it is habitual. Like, it's become habit, and it's a bad habit. It's a bad habit. I think that's where it's at the moment. And the dangerous thing with like any form of like either narcotics or alcohol or nicotine is a bad habit can very quickly turn into an addiction.
In this kind of mood. And that's where it ends, with possession lost.
2 to 3 every day is borderline alcoholism. I mean, it's not.
From a long way out. Save.
But unless I like misspoke or whatever, I don't drink 2 to 3 every day either. It's, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, like I say, like last night didn't drink any. The night before didn't drink any. It's like it's just become like a. It was more to explain and express how over these last 4 or 5 weeks, even though I'm eating incredibly healthy, a lot of the calories that I'm putting on are alcohol-related calories rather than food-related calories.
Off we go then for the final time, perhaps.
Growing up owning pubs, seeing grown men piss themselves, throw up and lose all function from drinking, put me off drink. Mate, I didn't drink alcohol because of those exact same reasons. Well, I got like drunk at 13 years old. So for like my parents like split up, right? My dad lived in London. My mum lived in like South London in New Addington. And I used to visit my dad on weekends. And I took like a holdall bag of clothes. And my dad had these like beers that I just drank, like whatever, 13 years old or whatever. Obviously probably wasn't supposed to. And I got sick and I threw up into my bag of clothes for the weekend. So I had no more clothes for the weekend, right? Obviously they got washed and whatever, but it was like, it lives in my memory. And from that day on, at like 13, 14 years old, I didn't drink alcohol again until I was like 29 years old, 30 years old. And it was because of that one instant in my life. And then also because I run pubs for a living, and seeing people just, it's not even like the throwing up or the pissing themselves or anything. Just seeing people's personalities change from before they've had their first drink to when they're pissed. And it was just like, man, I don't want to be this. Like it was interesting for me as well, because like there are certain types of drunks. Like, some drunks are loving drunks, some drunks are angry drunks, some are aggressive drunks, some are like become violent drunks, some are like giving drunks and loving drunks, and like they'll get drunk and they just give you the world and stuff. I didn't know who I was as a drunk because I'd never been drunk before. And so I was like, man, I don't want to like get in a situation where I get drunk and do something dumb because I don't know that about myself yet. Right? I'm like, would I be the sort of person who would get behind the wheel drunk? I don't know. Would I be the sort of person that would try and get into a fight drunk? I don't know. Because I'd never been drunk, even as like a 30-year-old. And I know who I am as a sober person, but I've seen sober people and their personalities switch after some drinks. And so I'm like, it doesn't matter who I am as a sober person, because I don't know who I am as a drunk person. And so I didn't drink until I basically stopped running pubs, basically. And then when I stopped running pubs, that is when I started drinking. And it wasn't like, it was very, 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 very rare. once in a blue moon. Events, like, you know, gaming events. Very, very, very rare would I drink at home. But yeah, for some reason over the last sort of like 2-3 months of my life, I've got into a habit of winding down with a drink. And I don't know why, because I don't even care for it. I don't even like. It's not that I don't like it. You know, the honey jack and Dr Pepper is a great taste. I do enjoy the taste of it. But like I don't like. As I say, I don't know why. It's sometimes just out of habit. And it's really weird for me because it's not something that's been in my life. And the thing that bothers me the most about it has nothing to do with the fact that it's like, you know, regular units per week. Is more to do with the fact that it's so many fucking calories. It's so many calories. The short story with Nick and others at that event was... Oh, the short story? Yeah, man, that was fucking excessive, man. Oh, I'm pretty sure I still owe Nick, I don't know, a life, a brotherhood, I don't know, a marriage. That man looked after me like nobody should have to look after someone, let me tell you that. Christness. Oh, no thanks. Didn't Zway puke in the car in Germany? No, that was me. For me, it's unwinding and time to switch off for a brief moment, but I've toned it down after the past 2 weeks. It's only a weekend shift, but others will have 2 to 3 a shift. Don't want to get drunk. Yeah, like I say, for me, like it is extremely rare that I ever drink enough to the point where I don't feel in control of myself. Alcohol is straight poison. Like, it literally is, yeah.
Well, it looked highly promising, but they got nothing out of it.
Do I smoke now? Mate, I will never smoke. My nan died of lung cancer from smoking. I will never smoke.
Making sure nothing came of it.
What do I drink? Whiskey? I actually hate whiskey. But honey Jack Daniels is nice. It's really weird, right? Because I've tried like a honey bourbon and a honey Jim Beam, and they're horrible. I generally fucking hate the taste of whiskey. But honey Jack is nice. Other than that, I'll either like just drink beer or vodka. But also, when it comes to honey Jack, because of the honey side of things and the fact that it's sweet and stuff, a shot of honey Jack has almost double the amount of calories compared to a regular shot of whiskey. And it's the same, like, you know, one of the quote-unquote benefits, I suppose, of vodka is that vodka is generally lower in calories. Jack isn't a whiskey. Funny, it says it right there on the bottle, but...
So underway again.
Chipmunks, thanks for the 57 months, brother. I always see you on my timeline, Chip. Every time you're doing the slots, mate. All the big wins. Always see you on the timeline. Good to see you in the stream, man. Hessen, thanks for the 2, brother. Walking the road to glory. Great job, dude. Yeah. Nice, walking the road to glory. I like that. Javi, thanks for the tier 1, man. Jay Geno, thanks for the 16 months. Unknown Field, thanks for gifting a sub to Ruminir. Hi, Nick. Hi, Nick, he says. Hi, Nick. Hopefully you're doing well. After starting my road to glory last night, I enjoyed the game so much more. End goal, get Berbatov ASAP. Hell yeah, dude. And then the Kaplan, thanks for the 6 months, man. So there have been 6 years completely sober come January, and conversations like this just remind me of how good a choice it has been. I've no issues with people who drink. For me, it was necessary and arguably the best choice I've made. Love the content, keep it up. Hell yeah, dude. Like, isn't it weird? Like, there's a stigma. There's almost as much stigma around people who don't drink as there is around people who are alcoholics. If you had 3 people in a room and you asked them like what their drinking habits are, and one person was like, oh, I'm an alcoholic, and another person was like oh, I'm just like a social drinker, and another person was like I'm like completely clean and sober, I don't touch alcohol, the person you'd be most confused with would be the person who doesn't drink alcohol. How mad is that? But like, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't drink alcohol? What do you mean? That's crazy. It was autocorrect, wasn't Ruminaire. I believe you, brother. I believe you. Thanks for oh wait, it says unknown fielders gifted a sub to Ruminaire. Does that mean you subbed and it just treated it as like a gifted sub? That's pretty weird, isn't it? Another thing the high horses are in sobriety. Jeez. Oh, guys, this is a painful experience. And by the way, thank you all for being here. I appreciate that I've been live for nearly 2 hours, and all we've done is play squad battles. And there's almost 4,000 of you between the two platforms watching me play squad battles. So cheers for that. No benefits to it, especially the next day when you feel awful. Oh, listen, I'm not going to say there's no benefits to having a drink, right? A lot of my best nights have been alcohol induced, right? I've had a lot of fun whilst being under the influence, as I'm sure a lot of people have. However, there are some times where, you know, I have got just drunk at home for the sake of just getting drunk, and the next morning I'm sitting there like, why the fuck, man? Like, why? Just like, you know, you're sitting there, you like, your head's pounding, you feel sick, you don't want to get out of bed. Like, I'm watching you with a hangover, can't lie. That wine, Julia, it gets people quicker, doesn't it? But it's like, sometimes you wake up with a hangover and you're like, yeah, it was worth it. But sometimes you're like, yeah, hell yeah, that was amazing. What a great night I had, or what a great time I had. You know, like whenever like family comes to visit or we've got an event and like we have like a big barbecue and we've got like friends and family at the house, and you end up getting drunk and having a great time. There's nothing wrong with that night. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with like having probably one or two more than your body can take, and just suffering the next day. It's those days where you wake up with the hangover and you're just like, what the fuck was the point?
Crystal done. Marta.
You got promoted to D3 in Rivals. GG's, man. Yeah, the dehydration is the worst thing. So, again, one of the things you learn running pubs for a large portion of your life is how to prevent hangovers or deal with hangovers in general. And one of the, and this is a tip for any of you guys that drink alcohol, right? One of the greatest preventative methods of getting a hangover is just drink as much water as you can before you go to sleep. Even if you are like blasted out of your fucking mind, just drink a pint of water before you go to bed. And I promise you, you will feel insanely better in the morning. No points. 8.5 years sober. I don't miss any of it. Drink and drugs almost ruined my life. But one thing I will say is just being sober isn't the fix. Correct. And that's the other thing, Mr. Blue Jay. I think that people like misinterpret. Sorting out your mental health is the most important thing. It's not about, but for alcoholics in general, like and addicts in general, it's not about not doing the bad thing. It's about having a good thing. Like I know I have an addictive personality, right? I get addicted to all things that I do. Like I said earlier, I'm either all in or I'm all out. And that works for things that benefit me. That works for things that are detrimental to me. But I am the sort of person that gets very easily addicted to something. I've had like gambling addictions. I've never smoked, so I've never had any substance abuse addiction. I've never been addicted to alcohol or anything, but I've had gambling addictions. I've had, like, as I say, food. Like, I've been addicted to Dr. Pepper. I've been addicted to eating sweets and crisps and shit. Like, I've been addicted to video games. I've been addicted to working out. I've been addicted to like healthy eating as well. Like I have a very addictive personality. And when it comes to addicts in general, that's one of the biggest things that like I would, if I was to ever like give advice on somebody who is an addict and addicted to something in a negative connotation, find something to get addicted to that you love doing that benefits your life. That might be hiking, cycling, mountain climbing, swimming. It might be like crosswords or Sudoku. Like it might be like, I don't know, it might be work. Like I get addicted to work as well. Like find something that you love to do that also benefits your life and replace it with that. Oh wait, hold on. I don't even know how many games I played. You swap gambling for photography is the best decision of your life. Funnily enough, again, right, working in the pub industry, across the road from the pub that I used to run for my dad, literally across the road, right, 20 steps away, we had a William Hill across the road, right? The amount of people that would be in and out of William Hill and drinking and just losing all their money was crazy. But I will never forget this one guy. He was young at the time. He was probably the same age as me at the time, like maybe 20, 21 or whatever. And he was playing the fruit machines in the pub because he had $5,000 worth of debt from playing the fruit machines. And he thought that he knew when it was going to pay out and that he could win back the money that he got into debt from playing the fruit machines by playing the fruit machines. And it's really hard because I open the doors at 11 o'clock and he comes straight in and starts playing the fruit machines. He's like, oh, can I have a Coke, please? Puts his Coke down, starts playing the fruit machines. And it's really hard to explain to someone, like, especially as like a young man yourself, like, mate, do you not get it? You're not gonna get yourself out of debt by winning on the fruit machines because the reason you're in debt is from the fruit machines. And it's like, how can he not see that this is a problem? And sometimes you'd see him win. It'd come in with like £5 or 10 quid, and he'd win the jackpot, win like 50 quid or 70 quid or whatever the jackpots were back then. And I would think to myself, nice. Now fuck off. Take your 70 quid home. It's pushed straight back in. It's like, mate, you know how these work. You've been playing them for months and you're losing and losing. After winning the jackpot, you're not going to win again. Go away. But you can't say that to someone, can you? Well, you probably could, actually. Guy Incognito, thanks for the tier 1, brother. I swear to God, man, if you research my Incognito, thank God it's Incognito. That guy, Genie, thanks for the 2 months, man. Love these convos. Net fair play to being so open. Helps a lot of people. Hell, it helps me as well. Do you know what I mean? Help. Like sometimes it helps the person speaking. Like, you know, a problem shared is a problem halved, isn't it? Right. What do I need? I need two more friendlies games, 2 more rivals, 2 more squad battles games. The oh yeah, that's what I was going to check. My so rare. What games have we got going on right now? Mate, it says Singu with that big 90 points. Damn, Diego got 90 points as well. I didn't put him in the lineup. Park Jin Shop is playing well as well. 52 points, nice. Ishil Kobe beating Urara Reds already 1-0. NF Powell starts. Rodrigo is out. Matheus Nunez on the bench. Otherwise, Gvardiol, Haaland, Ederson, Walker, Gundogan, Ruben Dias, Grealish, and Akanji all start for City at 12:30. We should have these games wrapped up by then, which would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Oscar's already on 95 points again as well. That's crazy, isn't it? Gonna watch the City game? No, I won't. I'll stay. I've got loads to do today. I still need to do draft. I still need to do Arsenal Road to Glory. I'm going to do 2 more games on the Haaland Road to Glory, and then I'll call it a day for the day there. We'll do another 10 games tomorrow morning. actually considering getting a weighted vest now. But for me, a weighted vest, I genuinely was shredding weight. Like, it was, you, on a near day-to-day basis, you could see a physical change. And I could feel a physical change because of the weighted vest. And I started, like, I just started walking around my area. I started learning, like, the roads and stuff around my area. I started learning how long it would take me to walk all the way down to, like, the nearest Tesco's. How long would it take me? Do you know what I figured out? I wanted to know how long would it take me to walk to school, because we only have one car at the moment. We've got another car coming on Monday because we're going to need it for like the pickups rather than the drop-offs. But I was like, I want to figure out how long it takes me to walk to school with the boys so I can walk them to school. And it takes me 22 minutes. With the boys, it takes about 28, 29 minutes because they're a bit slower, but it takes me about 22 minutes. So I was like, nice. So I went and walked to the school. I went and walked to the road that's like the busy main road, just to see how long it would take to walk there. And I ended up learning so much about like the area that I live in, how long it takes to walk places and where places even are, that I wouldn't really have been able to tell you without being like, right, I can get in the car and then like have to do a mental mind map of like, how would I drive there? But I'm like, man, I know how I can walk there quicker now. Like, and it's things like that. But it was just really nice walking with a weight vest. Like I say, like lost a lot of weight very, very quickly. And it was painful on the feet for a few days. But after a few days, it was like your feet just get used to it very, very quickly. Very quickly. You don't have the Lambo anymore? No, I sold the Lambo over a year ago now. Honestly, it was like, it was just, it was really nice to have it. I had it for 4 years. It was really nice to have it. I bought it during maybe I had it for 3 years. No, it was 4 years, yeah. I bought it during the Facebook contract, right? Facebook paid me and a whole bunch of other content creators an ungodly amount of money to stream on Facebook. And so one of the first things I ever bought for myself as a luxury was the Lamborghini. But when it came, after 4 years, when it came to either pay the balloon payment or kind of like reset another payment schedule, I'd driven it about 4 times in the previous 5 months. Again, because my kids are older now, and because they all go to school and school at different times and a different nursery and stuff, I just needed a family car. I literally just didn't need, like, it was just the least valuable thing I could ever use. How does it hold value? Yeah, so I bought it for 165,000 and I sold it hilariously back to the person that I bought it from for about, I think it was about 142,000 he paid me for it in the end. What's up, Josh Excels? So the depreciation wasn't awful. It wasn't awful. Yeah, it was a great experience having the car. It was. I have actually got a video like made of like having the car, but I don't know, it's cringe, isn't it?
And the play breaks down. That's not a bad looking.
When you think about like depreciation of your kind of like standard cars, like if you bought like a 20-30 grand BMW, by the time you drive it out, it's probably lost half of its value, right? So unless the car that you have becomes a classic, every car is going to lose like significant value. There was a time, like after I bought the car, about, I don't know why I checked, but about 9 months later, I checked the value of it, and it was so cheap. It was about 110,000 it was worth. And I was like, oh shit, like I've barely had this car a year and I'm already 50 grand in like negative equity on the car. This is bad news. Although also at the time, the arrogance of thinking to myself, well, this Facebook contract is paying ridiculous money, so it doesn't matter anyway, was also there. When COVID happened, it actually increased the value of supercars a lot for a couple of reasons. First of all, because people actually had a lot more excess income. And so they were able to afford nicer things, pushing up the price. But also the chips, the factories that made the chips for electronic cars and certain sports cars and supercars, because of COVID, they stopped making the chips, which meant the cars weren't getting made, which meant people couldn't have cars to buy, which meant they were buying like second-hand cars way more than they were buying brand new cars, which meant the value of the car increased significantly during COVID, which was really fortunate. Charlotte bought hers for 17 in 2021. It's worth 12.5 now, and we're delighted with that. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? It's mad. There's this guy that I watch on TikTok all the time. I'm sure you guys will know him, and we'll be able to reference his actual name. I can't remember his name, but he's a bit overweight. He's really scruffy, and he's really posh. But he is really fucking smart, right? I really like him. Like, his brain is just so switched on. And he was talking about how you just should never ever buy first, like, brand new things. You should just never buy them. Yeah, Rory Sutherland, that's his name. He's like, you should never buy a brand new car. He's like, let somebody else buy the brand new car, and you buy it second hand, and you get it for the price that it should be. He's like, he was talking about like supercars, and he's like, if somebody wants to go and buy a Porsche for £100,000, and then you buy it off them a year later when they've done 5,000 miles on it for £60,000, he's like, you can sell that again for £60,000. You can have your money back and have the joy of having the fun thing. Somebody else will take the hit on buying the first-hand thing. And he's like, what you see with a lot of the wealthiest people in the world is they never buy brand new. They always buy second-hand cars and second-hand, like anything luxury, watches. It's always a second-hand watch that they buy. They never buy brand new. And these are the people that have got the wealth, like the most money in the world, and they always buy second-hand. And I was like, that fucking hit hard, man. I was like, holy shit, that makes sense. How much sense does that make? Because it's true, like with cars, like it's mad with cars, like the depreciation on them is just mental. VR is a way to go with gaming and workout. I have a lot of fun on my quest while working out. Oh yeah. Do I have his Instagram name? Just Google like Rory Sunderland or Sutherland, one of the three, and I'm sure you'll get what you're looking for. I think watches and cars is a bit different at that level, though. They'll be buying classics, so it has to be second-hand, but it is right. It is. What weight of vest do I have? It's called a Zelus. Z-E-L-U-S. Zelus, or Zelus. And I've got a 15 kilo weight vest. The vest itself is 12 kilos, and then there's like 6 removable sandbags that are 1 kilo each. Have I stopped streaming 6 PM content? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It's not like a conscious decision or anything, but as I was explaining earlier, by the time like 6 o'clock comes around and stuff, I'm just knackered, man. I get up at 7 o'clock every morning, sometimes even a bit earlier, sometimes 6:30. I spend the first 2 hours of my day sorting my kids out for school. It's crazy, right? I get up at 7, get the boys dressed, help Grace get dressed if she needs it, but generally she's maybe she needs help with her tie every now and then, but get the kids dressed, come downstairs, make them breakfast. We have to leave the house by 8 o'clock, so we get 1 hour to basically get them sorted, get their lunches sorted, organize their bags for their on Thursdays Ryan needs like his football kit and stuff because he's got football after school and whatever. Takes the hour, then drive Grace to school with the boys in the car. That takes us till about 8:20. And then drive the boys to school until about that usually gets us to about 8:45, and then get home by about 9. So my first 2 hours, I'm like up and active, and my old habits before the school situation like this, when their school was just 2 minutes down the road, my old habits was I would get up and get into my office, or get up and work out and then get into my office. And I would get up when I wanted. I'd get up at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, midday sometimes, right? And so now I get up at 7 a.m. So by the time 6 o'clock rolls around, I'm just fucking knackered, man. I'm just shattered. I'm just tired. There's nothing I can do about it. Bobzilla, thanks for the 8 months, brother. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'm just tired. And so the last thing I want to do is like kind of be on stream at 6 o'clock and then feel like almost like burdened to stay beyond the 6 p.m. content and stuff. Like I'd rather just, if I'm about and I'm active, I'll stream it, and if I'm not, I won't. That's it.
A warm welcome to you, and thanks
I've just started uni. I have an hour commute to school, so I have to get up at 6 a.m. I don't do anything productive when I get home. Yeah, it's like it's brutal, isn't it? It's brutal.
What a match this promises to be. How do you see this one going then, Sue?
Well, thanks, Guy. I can't wait for the...
Down nicely.
Bangs it. Right, this is the last game we need to win, guys.
The first blows.
Now, we're the same age and I feel you. Something that has helped my energy and other things is taking a cold plunge every morning.
Ball gets rolling again.
I try and trick my brain when I have a shower. I try and trick my brain, right? So I'll turn, like, once I've finished like washing and stuff in the shower and it's just time to like get out of the shower, I'll be like, I'll turn the heat of the shower down a little bit, and then I'll just stand in it. I'm fine. Then I'll turn it down a little bit more. I'm like, I can feel the cold water like pulsing through now. Like, that's fine. I'll turn it down a little bit more until I get to the point where I'm like, oh, this is starting to be cold. And then I'll just jam it all the way down because I feel like I've like tricked my body into expecting the cold. But when I jam it all the way down, I don't even last a second. Not even a second. I just step straight out and I turn it off. I'm like, nah, fuck, swerve that. But I've like watched so much of those like cold therapy videos, and one of the things that's always interesting is you never know what's bullshit and what's not, do you? Like even when like you look at people that talk about dieting or fasting or like training or calories or like anything within that whole sector, you just never know what's bullshit and where somebody's trying to sell you a product, and what's like legitimate where somebody's just genuinely trying to share their experience of something that helped them. But I have watched a lot of like the cold therapy kind of content that's around, and yeah, I really do think I would do well every morning to just get in an ice bath for 5 minutes, or well, probably for about 5 seconds at the start, but you know, for a few minutes.
Danger it goes. And the forward progress continues. And this could be. Well, he's kept that out nicely.
Turning 30 next year. Also use a Gravity 20k weighted vest. I carry around 15k usually. Now I've lost 12 stone in 15 months. Yeah, that's mad, isn't it? Mad. I probably could do with a heavier vest. Like, the 15 kilos is a lot, and I was losing a lot of weight. But
Marta.
I like to like push myself when it comes to like working out and stuff. And I'm like, if I could do this 4-mile walk with a 15k vest, if I could do it with a 20k vest instead, it's just better, innit? It's like it's just better. I'll build more muscle on my back, and my core will get stronger, my legs will get stronger. I'll lose more weight, I'll burn more calories. And then I'm like, so long as I could do 20 kilos, why not 25? Right? They don't get lunch at school. They have a choice.
They take it short.
There was a big debate around running versus walking. So one of the walking influencers that I was watching, he did this like video where it's like the about comments basically, and all the comments were, oh, like, you know, the runners basically that were like bit like up his arse. Why are you walking, bro? You could just run and this sort of stuff. And he broke down so many things. And I'm gonna try and remember them, and I'm probably gonna be wrong with some of my numbers and stuff here. So please correct me if I'm wrong, and forgive me if I make an incorrect statement. But first of all, it's just way better on your body to walk than it is to run. And then in terms of the volume of calories you burn and the benefits of it from a weight loss exercise rather than a cardiovascular improving exercise, you end up burning more calories walking than you do running. And that blew my mind.
The assistant spotted a touch there. Throw in.
It's not true. Well, like I say, he was showing the data, the facts.
Careless in possession.
I tell you something as well. For me personally, I hate running, man, and like that's why I enjoy walking, because I fucking hate running. I'm happy to walk like at a fast pace with weight on my back. I'm happy to sweat while I'm walking, but I hate running. And when it comes to like weight loss again, rather than like your cardiovascular like improvement, not that you don't improve your like lung capacity or whatever either walking, because you do, but I was able to get into zone 3, which is the weight loss zone, walking within about 8 minutes of starting my walk, and I was able to maintain the fat burning like ability for the rest of the entire walk. Whereas when I'm running, I get to that zone as well, but I get gassed so quick, and I hate running in the first place, but I get gassed so quick, and so I run for less, because I might run further than I would have walked, but I run for less. And so for me, I end up burning way more calories walking, because I'm able to walk in that fat burning zone and get my heart rate up enough to get into that fat burning zone for way longer than I am for running. You can walk around at home as well. Yeah, you can. You can. Oh, City have kicked off, guys. That's why the inclined walk is so good for burning calories. For me, like, I really enjoy working out in the gym when it comes to like lifting weights. I fucking hate going to the gym for any form of cardio or anything other than weightlifting. Was Isaac known to be out? Yes. In the Discord, there was some news on him being out, Josh. Yeah, the thought of like getting on a bike or getting on a treadmill or getting on one of those like the ecliptic machines. Fuck that shit. I'd literally just rather not work out. For me as well, one of the things that really helped me a lot walking outside is like compartmentalizing the walk, right? It's really easy to kind of like break down your walk into segments whilst you're walking, and then when I get to like a certain point of the walk, I just know I'm over halfway. I'm like, oh, nice. But then before I get to that point, in my mind, I'm like, as soon as I get to like this corner, I'll be able to see where halfway is. That's sick. And then before that, I'm like, all I have to do is get to the point where I can see that corner, and then I know I'm nearly halfway. And then when I've gone past it and I'm like getting to the last half mile or 3/4 of a mile, I can literally see I walk down one more long road, and then I cut back down to where my road is. And once I get on that long road, I'm like, nice, I've literally got one more corner to go. All I have to do is walk to that corner. Might be like half a mile away, but all I have to do is walk to that corner and then walk to my house. That's it. And it's like, it makes the walk fly by for an hour, because there's little milestones and little checkpoints every single time. Everywhere I go, there's just a little extra checkpoint, a little milestone there, and it just makes it easy to like get through it. Whereas if you're on a fucking treadmill, I'm like, all right, yeah, I want to run 2 miles. I'll look at how far I've run. All right, I've run 0.1 mile. Nice. Carry on running for what feels like fucking eternity. Look down again. I've run now 0.2 of a mile. I'm like, wait, what? I've only gone 0.1 of a mile in all of that time. I'll carry on running for another 10 minutes. Look down again. It's back to 0.1 of a mile. It's like, how the fuck have I run backwards? How can I run less? And it just mentally, it's just like, fuck this. I'm not doing this shit. I'm not doing this. Fuck off. I'm going to go home and eat a cake. You know that feeling too well? What, the eating cake part?
Turn around in possession. Excellent positioning.
staring at the wall. Well, like the Peloton's pretty good. Like they've got a good entertainment. You can put Netflix and stuff on the Peloton. But I found that when I did put like entertainment on whilst trying to run or walk or cycle or whatever on a treadmill or a bike, I felt I just wasn't giving it like I would have been better off doing 20 minutes of like intense cardio on the bike than 1 hour of watching a TV show whilst being on the bike. I wasn't really getting any benefits from it.
Done. Panini. Crystal done.
Nearly there, guys. We're nearly there. In before I've forgotten to do something and haven't completed all the objectives.
Out of play for a goal kick. And it's been cut out. There's the turnover. Pavlidis.
Oh, yeah. The three-peat. Jesus Christ, ref. That's literally unnecessary. Oh, wait, it wasn't even a penalty either. Right, we bang these anyway. Go, baby. Pop. Oh, off the bar.
And the final whistle.
Do I think a 20-kilogram weighted vest is too much to start with? Yes. I would start with something very reasonable and light, like 5 kilos. It depends, right? Like, I was watching this woman that was like talking about like her experience with a weight vest, and she only put a 10-pound weight vest on, which I think is like 7 kilos, and she said it was like devastating for her. You know, it made her so hungry afterwards. Her bones were sore, her body was sore, her feet were sore because she was quite a slim woman, and so it was an extreme amount of weight on her body. Like for me, as somebody who has actually worked out like quite a lot over their lifetime, like I've got really strong legs, I've got really strong core, really strong back, and like big shoulders. So to even just carry the 15 kilos in itself wasn't too challenging for me. But if you're like if you don't like have too much strength, too much core strength or whatever, I would just start nice and light and find something that you're comfortable with. But most of them. Most of them are like the one that I've got, where you've got like a general weight for the vest, and then like, you know, this is a 1 kilo sandbag, and so my vest is 9 kilos, and I've got 6 1 kilo sandbags that I can put into it. So you could probably buy like a 5 kilo vest that can maybe go up to like 10 kilos or 15 kilos or something. Dancing is also walking, so stay stepping. Hell yeah, dude. Mate, one of the things that kept me fit back in the day when I just used to eat loads of shit all the time was going out clubbing 2 or 3 nights a week. How much did my vest cost? I don't know, mate. I think 40 quid, 50 quid. Like, it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't so excessively expensive that it was like I was priced out of it, or that anyone would be like necessarily priced out of it. Right, let me go to the bathroom, guys, and then we're going to rip some packs on this account. Oh. Right. All right. All right. Jean-Buck Motors are doing well. Any Jean-Buck Motors fans can tell me why, who is it? Songmin, can't remember his name. Songmin Q. Yeah, why doesn't Songmin Q play for them anymore? He was so good for them a couple of years ago, and he got dropped for seemingly no reason. I literally just said to you guys, Park Jin's shop is doing well. He was on 71 points. Now he's conceded a penalty, which means he's also going to lose his clean sheet bonus, and he's going to go down from 71 points all the way down to 35 points from one action. So that's fun, isn't it? That's fun. That's fun, guys. We just love that. Right. After 10 painstaking Quad Battles games, We have completed Otamendi, which is good because it's an 85 rated card to pop into one of the squads and we get some packs off of the back of that. Oh, I've got... Wait, loans. Wait, have EA given me the... Oh, nice. That will help with the thingamabobby. We've finished the foundation stuff. That will help with completing the moments stars for the 88 rated squad. I don't know where I've got them from. I've already got some moment stars. As you can see, we were working on it. We've also completed 2 more League Masteries for some 5k packs. Yeah, they're the EA Play loans, but I don't have EA Play on here. We've got 50 power shots for a mega pack, which is nice. I don't think the assists count for any good pack at the moment. No. Oh, actually, Premium Gold Players Pack. We'll take the Premium Gold Players Pack as well. Very nice. I can see there as well. I've got some other objectives done on the Season Pass. Stadium Mastery, we don't care. Squad Building Mastery, we don't care. And then also the NWSL Foundations have been done, which is very, very nice as well. Some more fodder for the Haaland SBCs once we start committing to him. And then when we look at the season... Yeah, we've got loads of stuff done here. 78 by 2. Where's the other one? An 80 plus. And the bundle reward. Another 80 plus. Nice. So, let's rip open some packs. We've got these player picks first. Huh, nice, Moise Keane. We'll take Osimhen. Bear with me just one sec, guys. Damn, Edison getting those save points in, huh? All right, player pick number 2. I just want some high rateds, man. I just want to just give me some high rateds. We'll take Declan Rice. Wait, are these 4-day loans expired already? Take Edison there as well. No, we've got 4 days, 23 hours on them. Damn, nice. 5 days. 5 days for those loans. Right, and then we've got some packs. I've got some coins as well. No walkout off of the first pack. That's all right. We'll be able to utilise all of this sort of stuff in the League and Nations hybrid and the League hybrid and the Nations hybrid. We've still got to do those SBCs as well to try and get ourselves some fodder to complete this Erling Haaland. We've got a lot to go, though. We've still got to do the goals and assists, a few more of the other milestones to get those big packs. And we'll work on those with the next 10 Squad Battles games. We should also have Squad Battles rewards very soon. We get a 3,000 coin unlock, which is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, just a visual glitch on the loans there. We get nothing out of that pack. Well, not nothing, but you know, nothing of any significant value anyway. Gold pack. Give me 1 or 2 walkouts from this would be nice. 1 or 2 walkouts would be nice. Premium gold players pack. This one's tradable. Not a walkout. That's too bad. We will still sell everything though. Again, getting coin balance is going to become very valuable when it comes to buying the 88s and 89s that we're going to need to finish off the Haaland. Ooh, inform. Nice. Brazilian cam. I don't know who it is. 81 Evander. He is going to be super useful when it comes to completing the Haaland SBCs, because I think there's a couple, aren't there? There's a couple of segments that require informs. We get Pavard, David Raya. Can't wait to pack him on the Arsenal Evo RTG. Very much. Small Prime Gold Players Pack tradable here. I don't even know where this came from. Where did I get a tradable Small Prime Gold Players Pack from? Oh, I can't remember. I might have done marquee matchups or something. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it might. No, I actually just don't know. A rare gold pack, no walkout here either. But some nice cards again. A loan pack, which I don't mind at the moment again, because if we can get a high rated loan, that would be very nice. We get a mega pack. Walkout! Come on, goalkeeper. France. Mike Maignan. Love to see that. Very big card for this series right there. Mike Maignan as another martyr for the duplicate storage. A single draft token pack. I might do a first round and exit jobby on there. 2 rare gold players pack. No walkout here. Nothing too good there either. My nan, not your nan. Exactly. Mixed players pack tradable. I'm going to store all this into the club so I don't have much trade pile space left. But I will get go ahead and sell all of that. My trade pile at the moment is just absolutely jam-packed with bronze items. Prime mixed players pack. I must have done marquee matchups. Oh, Schlotterbeck. Nice. He'll get sold straight away. We'll store all the rest of it into the club for a moment as well. That's a nice little coin boost for us there. Small Prime mixed players pack. I don't know if I'd sell a tradable walkout or just keep it. Yeah, we'll send all of that to the club for now as well. We've then got a premium loan reward player pack. Just be a big one. But it's not going to be, is it? Nope, that can all go. We don't care about an 81 rated loan, that's for sure. We've got 78 by 2. No walkout here. A duplicate Christensen. 83s we don't mind. There's a couple of the, 184 rated squad for Haaland. 75 plus is going to be Matson. Or Martson. Did he say his name? Into the club he goes. Another 75 plus. Mate, these packs are non-stop. We get Rahimi. He's a dupe. Wow, still quite a lot of packs here. 77 by 2. I did a few of these. Not all of them though. I run out of rare golds eventually. Marston, Martson, that's how you say it, Martson. All of these rare golds, not totally useless. Like I say, they will be useful for League and Nation hybrids, which is quite nice. But of course, walkouts is what we're looking for. Cam, Portuguese, Premier League is Bruno Fernandes. Let's go. That is a very nice card. And it is another, oh, he's 87. I thought he was 88 rated. However, it's another high rated card towards that 88 rated squad that is the problem squad. Everything else will just become so much easier once that problem squad is completed. And so the fact that we've now got, I think, like 3 or 4 78 88s now, which is really, really tidy. And we haven't even really started the big packs, the big grind, the big SBCs, the rewards that we're going to get, any more bronze pack method. I don't think it's going to take too long to finish off this Erling Haaland. Probably about, like, without, unless I want to, like, dedicate all of my days to it, which I don't, you know, when I, like, spending 8 to 10 hours a day on the account, which I don't want to do. I don't think it's going to take much more than a week. Set of Champs Qualifier rewards, Rivals rewards, another set of Squad Battles rewards, maybe 2, some other SBCs that are going to be coming. Like, it's not going to be too difficult to finish him at this point, which is really, really nice. It's just time consuming, that's all. No walkouts in these packs, mind you. Haaland's out for a long time. He's there for another, like, 23 days. And I put a lot of time in the first couple of days. And then I didn't go onto this account at all for 4 days, which I should have done, even if it was just like 20 minutes here and there, like relisting, bit bronze pack method, maybe a squad battles game or 2. Walk out! Come on, striker. Poland. Lewa. Let's go. Let's go. 88 rated Lewandowski. Another big card, first of all, for the moments, which is going to be massive. And second of all, for that 88 rated squad. Another walkout here. Let's go. Bukayo Saka, innit? Imagine I've packed Saka on this account. I have a not on my Arsenal account. That's diabolical. He's only 45k, mind you, but what a pack. I can't wait to get him in my team. I can't wait to get him in my team. Let's go, baby. Come on. Another big walkout. Another big walkout. A 77/2 here. No walkout here. We can't get walkouts every pack. This has already been fantastic experience. Again, with all the promo cards that we picked up as well, they're going to go into those SBCs as well to complete Erling Haaland, and then nothing in the final pack. So we've got to go and put another grind on now for some more packs, but that's going to require another squad, which is going to be in the next part of the video, which you guys won't see. All right, guys, my boys are home. They wasn't supposed to come home until about 3, 4 o'clock, but because they're home now, I've got to go and care for them. And so, although I was planning on having a really long stream today, I'm going to have to end it there and love you and leave you. So as always, thank you very much for watching. It's not even just Saka that I've got on this account. It's also Saliba. Can you believe that? The two better of the Arsenal players. Yeah, this is what we've got so far. Oh, I don't have Saliba. Saliba must be on another account. However, to do the 88 rated milestone thing, we're getting close to it, which is nice. So yeah, I may very well be back later, guys. Like around probably after the Arsenal game, about 5 o'clock for a few hours. So thanks very much. Appreciate you all, and we'll see you all next time. Good night and God bless. Oh yeah, let me. I will raid Nick. Actually, I will raid Nick. Is he back from his sleep yet? That guy thought he wouldn't get seen, didn't he? He thought, I'll wait till I think he's gone, and then I'll put some toxic message in the chat. What a weird guy. Is Nick? Oh, there he is. Start that raid, baby. Let's go. He's back. Haven't done any squads for Haaland yet. I'm going to wait until I've got like a significant amount of the cards done first. All right, guys, go and check out Nick. He's doing his 40-hour charity stream. Go and show him some love. He's tired.